Hello, welcome to Tuesday Live. Hi,
Uh,
Jess.
Hello, Ursula.
How are
How you?
you?
I'm good. I'm I'm navigating. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
I'm in navigating.
Yeah.
So
So we had a little bit of a snow day snafu last week, which is why we weren't live. But also because I was also navigating and did not feel like doing it alone because I just wasn't in the space.
yeah, I got called to work last minute. Children were very needy. And so everything just was like, okay, I guess that's the sign. Like everything went haywire. So we're like, okay,
Yep,
never mind.
pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much. So what Jess and I are kind of alluding to in our navigating discussion so far is the energies that we have going on right now that have already been very intense and will continue to intensify into the full moon that we have incoming on Thursday. Hi, Cynthia. Thanks for being here.
I'm just
Glad to
sharing.
see you too. Yeah, and as we're talking, just a reminder: if you are joining us and you want a card for today, just let us know. So I guess Jess, if you want to, let's start with what decks we have today to work with, and then we'll just kind of chat about the energies until we get some reading requests. What do you think?
Sure. I was just sharing in our groupie group there. Okay.
Excellent.
um, did I do it?
Well,
I don't know
I'll
if I
do
did it. Oh well, whatever.
it.
Navigating.
I pulled for today. I'm going to go back to my spirit cards deck and also Sacred Rebels because we are now officially in Aquarius season, and Aquarius and the planet Uranus align very much with the Sacred Rebellion and our individuation and all of that. So I'm going to pull a card from each of those decks for today for everybody that would love a card, and Cynthia would love a card, Jess. So maybe let's share your decks and then we'll read for
Okay.
Cynthia.
So I'm definitely still navigating the same type of area I was last time. I saw Cynthia, so she'll recognize these. So my Sacred Traveler deck, navigating. It's like I do. I wish I had a map, you know. So I got that, and then the dragons. They just won't leave me alone. And then at the very last minute, I pulled this deck that my dear friend Sherilyn made before she passed. Each card is one of her full size paintings. So I did not know that she would be showing up, but here she is. And so,
And
like
that's the one
literally,
we sent out for the Cancer full moon in our email card pull,
yes, the
right?
ebb and flow.
Last month.
Yep, that was so perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't expect her to pop in, but like literally, Ursula was like, "You ready?" And I'm like, "Shit, no." Now I am, because I guess Cher wanted to come. So,
Hi, Cassandra. Thanks for joining us.
oh, Cass, yep, that's in a group. Sorry,
It's
I'm.
cool.
I did it
Would you
wrong. And
would you like to do the first card pull, or do you want me to?
how about you? Because I'm just sorry.
You're taking care of our admin stuff on socials.
Yes, I did it wrong, and then I just did it right.
Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
And I'll pop over to Instagram once in a while just to make sure. Just if anyone's joining us on there, for right now, the comments won't show up on StreamYard, so I'll keep checking it throughout the live. Oh, thanks, Cassandra. Thanks for joining us. She said she loves watching us. Ooh, okay. So for Cynthia, I got the spirit card. Let's see what the Sacred Rebels card is going to be. This is very interesting, Jess. You're going to love this.
God, I'm feeling. I just want to kick everything over and run.
So this is very similar to the dragon card that came up yesterday in our online soul circle for our Soul Garden members. that's very much a similar energy, as well as the colors. So Cynthia, for you, from the spirit deck, card number 20, Black Panther spirit, power, fearlessness, and protection. Does
My
look like the
goodness,
dragon card that came out yesterday.
that is the exact same message. Amazing.
It really is.
Color. Oh yeah,
So
but yeah, wow.
look at that magical animal. So there's that one that came up, as well as card number 38, restore and replenish. And I think that's pretty beautiful too. And I think that's just a beautiful combined message that you can go within at this time if things feel overwhelming. And there's just an overall message that doing that can help you restore your power and give yourself the space and the time that you need to rest, restore, and replenish with whatever's going on, especially with the intensity that is going to come with this full moon. In particular, full moons are usually intense anyway, but the aspects that are adding to this one that's coming on Thursday afternoon are extra intense. So the two ways to kind of deal with those energies that I saw in the chart, one, if you really want to dive deeply into it and just try and alchemize and transmute, that opportunity is there. And if that just feels like too much, then just doing something that nurtures you and makes you feel comfortable and safe, like eating a good meal, taking a nice warm bath, just staying at home and protecting your energy, is another way that you can work through it. We have the 2 water signs as the sort of pressure release valves for this full moon. So that's a beautiful message for you, Cynthia, but also for anybody that is already feeling this and just kind of wants to surrender a little bit in the energy.
Totally feeling it. So
And
all
we
right.
just got some comments coming in here. So Cynthia said, synchronicity, yes, restore and replenish. Love that. Yeah, I love that for you, Cynthia. And then we had
I'm making soup right now.
Nang. Are you? So Nang had a request. Yes. We shared about our favorite winter foods, and soup was sort of a popular one for everybody. So that was kind of cool too.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm like, I need more.
So Jess, we have another one from Nang. Welcome,
Okay.
Nang. Thanks for joining us. And she's asking, what's coming into my life?
Okay. Let's take a peek.
I'm not sure what that means, but we'll do our best.
Well, I know that what's coming in collectively is definitely opportunity to examine any like loose ends type of healing wise. I feel like just right off the bat, I would just say that. So if there's situations that are arising that might seem challenging, I would take a perspective of them being opportunities opportunities to make a different choice or to understand our reactions and stuff like that. So I didn't even draw a card, but I felt like saying that. I know it's true for me.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Everything that's coming up, I'm like, all right, I could do what I know I need to do, or I can run for the hills. Oh. Okay, so I feel like so I'm drawing from Sherilyn. She's here for a reason. So, and Cass, she's my friend that lived in Sedona and painted on the red rocks there. So that would have meaning for someone else who's here too. Okay, R. Now I need to know my alphabet. Q, R, S. Okay, I got rhythm. So those colors are pretty intense. I'm drawn to the blue, the teal blue. I don't think that's throat. Isn't that darker blue, throat?
Throat's more like blue lace agate color. Turquoise. So, yeah, I would say that's throat.
Oh, okay. So right away, if we're talking about the throat chakra, and actually this, I feel like that's like just a star, like boom. I feel like you're gonna end up with opportunities to voice your opinion, tell the world and people around you how you really feel. Take those opportunities. And it might not be easy to do so, but take the opportunities. And there's a full moon up there in the corner, so there's that. And these, oh wow, okay, so these are like female human ish. I feel like they're ancestors. I feel like female in particular. Those, they're in the background, and I think that that's a message to remember that your ancestors are always with you. In particular, your female ancestors. Excuse me. That's weird because now I can't talk. Okay, anyway. So I guess that's confirmation that that is the throat chakra. Oh, rhythm, moon maidens. So these are words that my dear friend also wrote for each card. So I feel like this is special. Moon maidens, let us gather under the moon in the ancient elder forest, tuning into mother's sound and the nature spirit's chorus. Sway with the music, rhythm, and the drum. Listen for the magic, our universal hum. In the painting, you see the priestesses celebrating under the moon with a fire deep in the ancient forest. Bare-breasted, they dance to the rhythm and the drum, in trance with the mother, feeling, sensing, and being the universal hum. Since ancient times, the drum and rhythm were used in religious rites all around the world. The rhythm's steady beat will bring a shaman into the sacred trance state used for visions and healing. Sound comes from the unknown and is one of the most powerful, mystical, and mysterious qualities of life. Everything is in a state of vibration. You're harmonic. Rhythm pulses beyond any boundaries you were taught, and it's much greater than what you can hear. The natural world communicates through sound, as did our ancestors. Drum to the beat, dance to the song of your heart's natural rhythm. Tone a higher vibration more authentically you. As you celebrate in joy, this will help you restore health in sound and movement. Shake it up and shake it out. The rhythm card invites you to consciously drum to the tune of the universal hum that is already in you. You and reality are already one. One rhythm, always changing and always the same. As you play your instrument, know the universe will always be tuning you. Embrace the dance, sing the ancient rhythm, wisdom, and drum to a new vibration. That's pretty deep. Yeah, so I actually do feel like that was kind of what I was saying, that it's about your own rhythm and finding it and understanding that that there really are no like boundaries between. I just feel like it's important to tell you there's no boundaries between worlds and that your ancestors are there dancing around you. So like tune into the rhythm of their ancient drum to find your own authentic like every time you're given an opportunity to answer a question about like your opinion or anything, just answer it with how you really truly feel and try not to focus on whether that would upset anyone around you or not. Do it anyway. So that's what I have there. That was kind of
I think
vague
that's
and long, and I don't know though, but
no, I think that's a beautiful message that's very much in alignment with the energies.
yeah.
And especially what they said about staying in authenticity. That's one of the really big challenges that's happening right now with everything, the planetary shifts, but as well as the full moon, because it's going to be in the sign of Leo. And that is ultimately all about coming from your heart, your creative center, and being authentic. So I think that's beautiful.
Whew. Yeah. Okay.
Cynthia said thank you. She also said she can't hear us anymore, but Cassandra said that she can. So Cynthia, maybe just pop off and pop back on. Maybe that'll help fix whatever issue that is. If anyone else is having any problems, just please let us know so I can troubleshoot if there's something going on with the broadcast. So we had, thank you, Jess. That was beautiful, by the way. And Mina said she can hear us. And Mina, actually, you're up next. So Mina's asking if she can have a reading, and she's new here. So absolutely. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for letting us know that you can hear us. And so Mina, for you, the card that came up for or from the spirit cards deck is Divine Union, card number 8, Intimacy, Alchemy, and Unity. So there's that one, which is beautiful. And then the card from Sacred Rebels, Shock of the New, card number 6. So I think that that is potentially a pretty powerful combined message for whatever's coming up for you at this time, whether it's in some kind of relationship situation. But also just remember that the interesting thing that this is tying back to when the moon was new in the sign of Leo back in August. We had just before that the Venus retrograde that we had in 2023. And the one tagline or mantra that I kind of gave that whole experience was the strongest relationship I have is the one with myself. So just remember that this divine union and this alchemy can also be something that's coming from within. And maybe the realization that that is something that's coming from within could be something that's a little bit shocking or surprising to you. So just remember that going through this. And this is also very much aligned with the energy of the sun, particularly the shock of the new card with the sunflowers on it, which is the planet that we look to for the hints as far as underlying messages and meaning in the full moon, because Leo is the only sign ruled by the sun. So whatever this is speaking to you or saying to you at this time, just remember that that really does ultimately come from within first and foremost. And then you carry that forward in your heart out into the world. And just make sure to remember to honor your heart above anything else. That's what I got. So that was for Mina. And Jess, we don't have any other requests at the moment. So do we want to talk about our upcoming retreat? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
So,
I started to put together the stuff I'm gonna say in my workshop. I want to, give like a history of the man who discovered orgone energy, and then there's not like a history like lesson, but yeah, I just fell right on down that rabbit hole again last night and didn't even write anything. Got all angry all over again at the government. Just like, oh my God, Jess, come on, reel it in. Anyway, so yeah, the retreat, I'm excited. I have to streamline my stuff though, because I could talk for 10 hours.
Yeah. So we have our Winter Snow Scape Retreat coming up on March 1st through 3rd in Londonderry, Vermont. And our early snowbird rate has expired. However, hint, hint, we might be bringing that back for a flash sale soon. And we're also going to be adding day passes. I'm working on that this week. So if you're in the local area and you just want to come join us for Saturday, which is the day that we have the most going on anyway, you can do that. And we'll have a day pass and day rate ticket for sale soon. And this is going to be lovely. The whole team is coming together and we're all going to be there. And it's pretty much Friday evening and night, all day Saturday, and then just Sunday morning. And we're just so excited for the group of people that have already registered and that are already joining us. And we're half full, so there's still 8 tickets available for the full retreat, and then we'll be adding 10 day passes. So we're super, super excited about that. And I will be very much ready to get away by that point in time, because it gets a little like, okay, it's still winter, but I can feel it, I can feel the season changing. So it'll just be nice to rest and restore and enjoy each other and learn and hold space and all the things that we'll be doing there. So just go on our website to our retreats page where you can look at everything that we have planned, all the details, Tickets are right there also, as well as pictures of the house that we rented. So you can check that out. And it's right on our website, on our homepage and on our retreats page. Anything you want to add to that, Jess?
I mean, not really, but just that I'm really looking forward to it, and I get the sense that it's going to be super cozy and the whole restorative replenishing thing, and the workshops we have planned, we all are very passionate about and look forward to sharing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Also, hot tub. So.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. First and
But just, like
foremost.
the woods too.
Mm-hmm.
The woods are different in Vermont than they are here, even though I kind
Yes.
of border some woods. But it's the deafening silence type of thing that I miss.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna bring my snowshoes. So, yeah, and if I don't come back within a certain amount of time, you just follow my footprints, come find me.
Sure will. Cassandra said it sounds amazing, and Beth said it sounds awesome, that she wishes that she could make it, and we do too, Beth. We'll miss you, but hopefully for another one in the future, you'll be able to join us for it. And Beth also asked for a card, Jess, so if you want to pull for her, and then in the meantime, I'll answer Mina's question. So Mina, I feel like the two cards that came up for you ultimately point to something relationship-wise for you, whether that's with another person or just in whatever's happening with that relationship, just knowing that first and foremost, the relationship with yourself is the one to honor the most. So do what your heart wants. And that's especially important with the energy of the full moon that's coming up on Thursday as well. So I hope that that helps clarify that message a little bit for you.
I'm just having the worst time remembering my alphabet. Hang on. Wow. Okay. All right, Beth. I'm pulling from Sherilyn's deck because she just busted on in here. And also I miss her. So anyway, I'm not sure if you heard, but like this is a deck that my artist friend, mystic friend Sherilyn made of all of her full-size paintings, and she wrote the book stuff. She passed a couple of years ago in Sedona. Anyway, you got Innocence. Fairy child. The fairies delivered me to the edge of the sea, fluttering double wings with an opal glow. The dolphins came to awaken me and said, "Let us play and pray for the sea." We play and pray every day. Innocence is found in the song of the dolphins' dance. Innocence is fairies' circumstance. That's the painting is called Fairy Child. Fairy Child was painted in honor of seeing the fairies three-dimensionally. We love the idea of fairies, but hardly remember they are real. As a child, many have visited the fairy realm. Still, most children learn to believe adults and forget that fairies are real. Oh, I miss my friends so much. Oh, anyway, there is much more to this third dimension than meets the eye. Magic truly does exist. Perhaps when veils between worlds were lifted and doorways temporarily opened, the fairies ascended into our world from another dimension, a place some call the underworld deep within the earth. Perhaps they have always been here. In any case, they are powerful, intelligent beings of light. Turn inward to your imagination and find a heart full of innocence. Happiness and inner peace depend upon a relationship in gratitude and love to the service of something greater than the material world. Let yourself play beyond disciplined limitations. There is a truth that is undeniably real within the hidden worlds of nature. Walk through the doorway in your heart into magic by respecting the natural world. You have not lost your innocence. It is simply buried in conditioning imposed upon you. Throw away the ideas there is no real magic in the world besides parlor tricks. Chuck those thoughts from your head of what adults and society told you about the ways of the world and how you should be. Drop all that you have learned from others and return to innocence. Be as simple-minded as a child, and soon innocence resurfaces and you'll remember to play. The medicine card fairy child is asking you to transform those thoughts you've been taught that they don't really exist and return to innocence. When did you stop singing, dancing, playing, and using your imagination? Be like a child. Jesus said, do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Believe. That's so beautiful. I know these paintings, and look at there's the there's the moon behind.
There's the full moon again.
Yeah. I know these images might be kind of hard because they're actual oil paintings, but yeah. Fairy child. Beth, that's you.
I love that for her.
Yeah. Oh, Cher. Awesome. Awesome. Excuse me.
I'm going to respond to Cynthia real quick, Jess. She's having sound problems.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad that resonates, Beth.
Yeah. I don't know. She's having some volume issues and can't figure it out. It's just not working for her on Facebook, and that's the only platform. So
maybe visit YouTube. We're on there too.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I was talking to her.
She said thank you. And Nina, you're welcome. I'm happy that clarification was helpful. So we've gotten through the list again so far, Jess. Do we want to talk about some things we have coming up besides the retreat?
Sure.
We got some in-person stuff.
Tomorrow? Oh, sorry. Yep.
Is that still open?
Oh, sorry, no. Never mind.
I mean, it's only week 2, so yeah, I guess we can throw that out there. The Shadow Twerk, the Vessel class with Mandy and Lexi started last week on Wednesday, and that is open to people who have joined for at least one Shadow Twerk so far. So it's like a sophomore level, I guess you could say, rather than a freshman. I think that y'all still accept registrations for that, but I'm not 100% sure. They usually close it off after a certain amount of time. So if you didn't have a chance to join, that's okay. No, thanks for bringing it up, because I figured let's just mention it anyway. If you've joined one Shadow Twerk and completed it and you want to join for a more advanced version, that started last week, but I'm pretty sure you can still register. It's still open on the website. I left it up on there. So that's there. And then the next class is tomorrow at noon. So go ahead and get on there and register if you want to join. And there are payment plans and scholarships available for that. Just email us to ask about that option, if that's more suitable for you at this time. So we have that. And we have Shadow Twerk is great, Beth said. Thanks, Beth. So we have also in person this week on Thursday, under the energy of the full moon. We are bringing back our in-person women's circles at Spa de Luxe in Egg Harbor Township. So if you're listening here now or to the replay and you're in the South Jersey area, we have space for 10 people for that circle, and that will be Thursday night at 7 p.m. from 7 to 8:30. Just remember, if you want to join us, space is limited, so registration is required for that. There are no walk-ins. It's a very small space. And once we start the circle, we don't usually like to break it. So that is, like I said, Thursday night at 7. And I will be leading it this time, and I would love to see anyone who wants to come join us for that. And starting in February 1st, in-person readings at the Sage Lady at Zen Lending Wellness. I'm changing it up a little bit, so the price is going to be different, and hopefully that will help with budgets at this time and bring some more people in for in-person astrology readings with me. So the next Thursday I'm there is next Thursday, the 1st of February. And that'll be posted on the website soon and open for bookings.
Yay.
So I'm excited about that too. Yeah. Anything you have upcoming?
Can help you navigate any difficult situations in your life, because it gives you a glimpse into what your deal is, whether you're like, it's your deal or not. I know that's the man. Once I started to really read my chart and understand what it was saying, I was like, wow, that's why, I guess, huh? like it made a lot of things make sense,
Yeah, it
for
changed my life.
for the whole prior of my life, and then now using it as a tool navigating forward. Super.
I really like what you said, so I think I'm going to change it up to navigating your natal chart.
It's all about it. It's like the only word that keeps coming up into my psyche about what WTF is going on. It's like, and what do I do? It's just like, just keep on. That's what you do. What else do you do? What else are you gonna do? Anyway. Excuse me. I'm looking at all of the challenges coming my way right now as opportunities to not freak out. And trust.
Yes, it's Jess and I are kind of going through the same thing that everybody goes through around age 40 and 42. So we're partners in crime on that one. And really understand.
Past 40, so I was like, hold on, girl.
Yeah.
But it's good because it's like the first half of your life and then the second half of your life kind of thing.
Yeah,
for me anyway.
Thank you. That actually is an option right on the website. I have a gift of reading. So whenever you're ready to do that, that is right there. So thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. And Sophia said, dressing like the sign based on where Venus is. That's interesting. And the date, actually, Venus is in Capricorn as of today. So my Venus and Capricorn image, pop culture person is Mary Poppins.
Yay, Mary! Oh, my inspiration for life. Oh my God, the woman who got me through my childhood.
Yep.
Oh,
owning your mystical witchiest self like a boss is essentially that energy. So that could be a lot of fun to start carrying around a giant witch bag and flying around with an umbrella.
Oh man, that just made my whole day.
Me too. That's great. Love it.
Like that's my whole oh my God, Mary. I used to walk around with the audio tape of Mary Poppins in my Walkman. Even.
Nice.
And then like watch the movie, rewind, watch, and that's how you know how old I am, because we're rewinding. And
be kind, please rewind.
Yeah, like if I would get punished as a kid, I would get Mary Poppins taken away. Not like you can't ride your bike. It's like you can't watch Mary Poppins on Saturday. It was like just the most devastating. Isn't that wild? Oh.
Yes.
Anyway, I can't believe you said Mary Poppins.
Well,
of course I can't know.
She's been popping up.
Does that?
Poppins, well, with the discussion of the Capricorn energy, for sure, I always talk about that because I really do think that Capricorn has a secret energy of being the sign of the mystic. So, yeah. But with Venus and Capricorn in particular, yeah. But just like, you have to the symbol for the sign is a mystical creature. It's a sea goat. So it doesn't even exist, and you have to be able to go into the depths of the watery parts of yourself in order to bring them up to the surface, and then
climb up to the top, the tippy top, like a mountain goat with what you got from the bottom. That's wild.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
exactly.
That's not for the faint of heart to be doing it.
And that's what that really taps into.
Yeah.
Sophia said that her Venus is in Cancer. Yeah, but you could also dress like the moon, Sophia. That would be so much fun. Just like, do you have that card still that you pulled for Beth? That was very full moon fairy goddessy.
I don't know where.
Sandy, I pulled for you. I'm getting to your reading momentarily. Sorry. But like you can dress in white and silver. Yep, silver is the color and the metal for the moon.
This one.
You can wear some selenite jewelry and just like really have fun with that. I love that. Bring in the water element too, for sure. Love that. All right, Jess, we got another request from Sandy. And Sandy says, I'm actively looking for a new job. Temp job is not in alignment. A card, please. So, Sandy, in case you missed the beginning, I'm pulling from 2 different decks today to kind of bring up a combined message for everybody. So, the card that came up for you from my spirit cards deck is Birth, Creation, Manifestation, Beginning, card number 44. So that sounds pretty perfect as far as starting something new in that area of your life. So just know that it can definitely feel like a labor pain or a birth experience when we're starting something new like that and making a big change in our lives. So there's that. But then also the card that came up from Sacred Rebels is Trust Yourself, card number 31. So, I mean, this is probably essentially screaming, yes, 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 go for it, trust yourself, but just know that it might feel like a very, very, very new experience, creation, manifestation, and beginning. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Go for it.
Right before you pulled those cards, I was about to say the time is ripe for rebirth, and then you pulled the card and you're like, birth.
Birth. Perfect.
Okay, then. It's true. The time is now, you know?
Yeah. Especially if it's not feeling in alignment, especially with everything bubbling up under the full moon energy. That's screaming what's not in alignment. It just has to go, especially with your heart. So
Pluto digging with its shovel.
Oh, Pluto.
Pluto's excavating. So
yeah, and
so
Pluto
you'll
will
find
be.
out what's not in alignment is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah,
You'll feel it. It
Oh,
won't
yeah.
just be like, oh, that's annoying. It's like, I can't do this shit anymore. I feel like.
Yes. Extreme, intense
Yeah.
emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's why I was like, I feel like kicking everything over and running up that mountain over there. But I'm not gonna. Just gonna blast cat power locked in the art room instead. That's still cool.
Yeah. And that's one thing that you've been really helpful with recently with everything. All the intensification of everything is throwing out music and albums that help.
Oh yeah. What was the other one? Oh, George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. That's a gem. Oof. That's a gem. Just his soul soothes my soul. Like the ultimate Pisces, like, ugh. Anyway. Anywho, my favorite Beatle.
Music can definitely
I just
help.
felt such a great loss when he passed on. And I was young, but like I knew that the world was gonna be missing something very integral with that man, you know. Not that he's gone and all that, but like just remember being like, I think I graduated high school. I don't know, I was in high school, whatever, but it affected me. He's always been my favorite. So the most gentle. He used to say he doesn't think he belongs on the planet. And after the Beatles, he just like built himself a place to be and stayed in the garden all the time. I'm like, that's me. That's my dream. Anyway. Yeah, the music. That's where it's at. And that was something that rhythm card was kind of talking about or alluding to as well. Yes. Is that the vibration travels through dimension. It's like the universal hum. Like the entire universe has a frequency, a rhythm. And so tapping into, I think that a lot of artists, like certain artists can really, you can tell that they tap into that frequency, and it's just a short time, and they'll even say like whatever that was did not come from me, it just came through me, type of thing. Like music, it's everywhere, but like every now and then you'll get someone that's like a lightning bolt, and you can tell that it's like from somewhere or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, it's for real. Music transcends basically everything, as far as I'm concerned. For me.
Yeah.
That would be my ultimate healer, I would have to say, if I had to like pick one thing in the whole world that has helped me the most navigate my life and everything that comes with it would be music. In particular, live music. I feel like tapped into the life force. Anyway.
As it's being created.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Sophia said she felt like that with Selena. There's another moon word.
Yeah, that's moon.
Yep. That's beautiful, Sophia. So, Jess, I don't see any more requests coming in. I checked Instagram. I think we did all of our announcements. Is there anything else?
Yep. I believe so, because we just did our stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's the end of the month is what I'm saying, but.
Yes.
And we have quite a bit, so.
Yeah. And we just picked our topic for our February Soul broadcast. Do you want to share about that a little bit?
Yep. What did we pick?
Loving yourself through a dark night of the soul.
Right. I just remember what I'm gonna write. Mine's gonna be called Navigating the Swamp, is what I named it. I haven't written it yet, but that's what it's called. So now for me, the whole newsletter is Navigating the Swamp. I forgot what we called it. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's my version of what. It's worded much nicer in the title of the thing.
Yes.
Navigating this crap.
Yeah, it's important to talk about the murky, mucky experiences, because that's kind of what we've all been in. Like this whole, Pluto dipping back into a new sign felt so intense, like starting a week ago. So I think that I'm definitely going to focus on that for my part. And, but yeah, I mean, like, look at the lotus flower. It grows out of mud. So something beautiful can still come of it. You just have to make sure that you're honoring yourself and working through it. So I hope that what we put together for everybody for February will be helpful.
In closing, I just drew this card. It just kind of, I was moving the deck over and it stuck to the desk. So obviously this is something that Cher wants to share. But it's very fitting because it's Goddess of Water. And here we are representing Sea Goddess Healing Arts. Gosh, can't even make it up. So I'll read the poem that she wrote and then just the very end. So this painting's called Medicine Baby. She sings her siren's healing song that the earth and her children will remember that they belong to the one. We are one. There was a fall. Let us rebuild, she calls. We are the son of the one. Blessed be, it has begun. The medicine of the water goddess is a rite of passage to fully own your privilege to communicate and transmit your source-given light. This is not always an easy swim based on past experiences, but as you succeed, you will begin to own your true authentic self, and past conditioning will wash away. In sacredness, with your heart full of gratitude, you as the water goddess can sing the waters and you into health and new ways of being. Let the mermaid lead you through the golden rays to the turtle's peace and dolphins' play. Water is a magical, blessed foundation for all life. In every drop dwells the goddess. So there's that. That just like stuck to my desk there. Oh, I'm a little emotional. I couldn't have,
Wow.
What? So, yep. Medicine baby. The water's medicine baby.
Yep, that's a good takeaway, Sophia, and kind of like a mic drop moment almost.
It also says water is the most powerful carrier of vibrations, allowing mermaids, dolphins, and whales to easily communicate with each other. So there's that rhythm and frequency thing again. Also, I just feel like that's kind of like a thread that's running through. And there was another card that was talking about gratitude and authentic self and shedding the conditioning. Chuck it, I think was her words. So, yeah. Be who you are. And it might not be, probably won't be easy. but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nature.
when this whole Uranus opposition thing started for me in 2018, and I started really kind of tuning into it and embodying it, and all the things that kind of came around with the whole, the newness of the experience. I kind of described it as the frequencies were being tuned to my own,
Mm-hmm.
or like the dials were being tuned to my frequency is what it felt like, and it's felt like that the entire time. But it's like bringing myself in alignment with that more and more has been like a big part of the journey. And with the Leo energy in particular, that's really important to both of us. And I just felt like with that rhythm card in particular, just like that fire element and just like moving through it, and some action steps is going to kind of be one of the things that comes along with the full moon. So it's just, and to think about fire and how it just constantly moves and constantly just goes up and transmutes itself into, the flame and the heat and everything. So we can learn so much from the elements, and all the elements that came out to play today, I think, were really important messages for everybody and for us too.
Yeah, I agree. All of the messages there, like I could take something from every card that was pulled, honestly. So I feel like we're pulling cards for individuals, but anyone who joins, there's definitely something for you to watch. Like if you're watching it later or whatever,
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I forgot to mention too that I'll be doing a new Astro Weather Check podcast episode tomorrow too for the full moon.
Oh, yay. I'll be listening to that.
So that'll be available on our YouTube, but also any of your favorite podcast platforms. Just look for my Becoming Chiron podcast, and that'll be up at some point tomorrow. So I'll go really deeply into the full moon energy, even more so than we did yesterday and what we touched on today. And I think I'm going to read some of the channeled imagery for the degree of Aquarius that we're in with the Pluto trans, dive back
Opposing.
in. Well, that, and then, with the 0 degree, but also for the full moon degree. And those really help. Like, it's hard to put some things into words sometimes, but when the book that I have actually has like 3 or 4 different sets of imagery and the descriptions for each one. So that usually helps kind of get in tune a little bit more energetically with what's happening.
I think
every degree of the zodiac has its own.
Would that make things weird?
What would you say?
I think my midsummer's in Leo. Would that?
Your midheaven, yes.
That's what I meant. What did I say? Sorry.
Yes. So something's culminating in that space with the full moon.
Yeah, it's like a map. See?
It is totally like a map. Cassandra, awesome. Yeah. So she said, do you have any books that you could recommend? My favorite beginner level book is Stephen Forrest's Inner Sky. That is the one that I read first, and that is the one that I just love the way that he writes. And there is actually kind of a Beatles reference in that book too. To kind of talk about what Jess was talking about with the album and George Harrison. So that kind of pull that in as well. But yeah, that is my favorite, clean slate beginner level. And there's other ones that I love, other authors that I love that go into more specific things, kind of once you lay that beginning foundation. Mark Jones is awesome. Trying to think. I think I learned mostly just from podcasts, honestly. The astrology podcast is a really good resource. Holes to Heavens. Yeah, Stephen Forrest, The Inner Sky is a really good one. And all of his work really is incredible. He does just such a good job of explaining things. I love him. You're welcome. So yeah. Do we want to wrap it up, Jess?
Sure. It was nice to pop on for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a shower, so just before.
Awesome.
You're like brand new human. Hey.
Well, we'll wrap it up for today as we don't have any more reading requests or questions. So thank you everyone that joined us live today. Thank you to everyone who's catching the replay, and we hope that you'll join us again next week. We're pretty much back consistently with our Tuesday lives. So every Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be here. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube is where our stream goes now, and you can always catch the replays on any of those platforms except Instagram. And yeah, if you want to join us for the retreat, we'd love to have you. All of our current events are right on our homepage and our website. And thank you all for tuning in. And thank you, Cassandra. Yes, grounding is important for sure. So thank you. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.